Hello, Aishwarya Vadgave. Unmute yourself. Hello, Aishwarya Vadgave.
Hello.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we will start the lecture. Yesterday, we just saw what are the parts of the electric drives. Once again, we will revisit that point. Okay. The source is a AC. 1 minute. I will select pen. The source can be AC or DC. Okay. The power modulators may be rectifiers or inverters or choppers. Okay. The motor may be a DC motor or AC motor. Okay. And this motor is coupled with a load, and this motor is driving particular load. Okay. If you want the feedback control or closed loop control, then we have to use sensing units. Okay, various sensing units, sensors like current sensors, voltage sensors, or speed sensors. Okay, or maybe in some cases torque or position sensor also be used. Okay, the whatever the quantity is sensed by the sensing unit, that is sensors, it is given to the control unit. The control unit is nothing but what, a microcontroller, or it may be a DSP processor, okay, or it may be Arduino. Okay, and this control unit is again fed from an input command. Okay, means what, if I want to run the motor with a 1000 rpm, then my input command is 1000 rpm. Okay, and some algorithm, control algorithm is deployed in control unit. Okay, and it will take necessary action to meet the input command. Okay, means what, the control unit is generates gating pulses. Okay, it generates what, gating pulses, and these gating pulses are given to the various switches. Okay, various switches which are there in power modulator. Okay, right. Can you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then I will continue. Okay, means what, a control unit is driving power modulator in a way that the motor will run with 1000 rpm. Means what, the motor performance will be equal to whatever be the input command you have given. Okay, we will see one example. Okay, and we can compare that example with this block diagram. Okay, in power electronics, you have seen the example of for example, 3-phase thyristor rectifier. Okay, 3-phase thyristor rectifier means what, it must have a 6 switches. Okay, and 2 switches per leg, 2 switches per leg. Two switches per leg. And this three-phase thyristor rectifier is used to convert AC into DC. Okay, here is the three-phase AC supply of 50 hertz. That is, and it is converted into DC, and the DC is given to a particular RLE load. Okay, you have come across such examples when you learn the subject power electronics. Okay, we can say that this RLE load is the equivalent of a DC motor. Okay, suppose this is the armature of a DC motor. Okay, and this DC motor is driving a load. Okay, for example, this is a driving a load. Okay, this armature has armature resistance RA. It has armature inductance LA. Okay, there is a back EMF present EB. Okay, means what? This circuit can be represented using RLE load. Okay, now I will replace this RLE part. Okay, I will erase this RLE part, and it will and replace with load, DC motor load. I've forgotten to show its gate terminal. Now I am showing the gate terminal. Okay, suppose this rectifier is feeding a armature of DC motor. Okay, and the shaft of this armature, consider it is a coupled to a particular, I can just write it as a load. Okay, it is driving a load. Okay, suppose I want this motor to be run with 1000 RPM, then I had to use a speed sensor. Okay, I have to use a speed sensor to check whether the motor is running with 1000 RPM or not. Okay, is what I will use a tachometer or Hall effect sensors. Okay, and the output of this speed sensor is given to what? A control unit. Okay, this is a control unit or DSP processor. Okay, DSP processor. This is given to the DSP processor. A DSP processor will have one more input. Okay, which is a input command. Okay, input command, and this DSP processor will generate gate pulses. Okay, and this gate pulses, okay, maybe there is a 6 gate pulses because there are 6 switches. Okay, there are 6, 1, 3, 5, 4, 6, 2, 6 switches are there. Okay, now this diagram can be represented or compared with one we have seen earlier. Okay, the block diagram of electrical drive. Okay, this is the source. Okay, this part is a source. Okay, now I will draw source here. Okay, this is the, suppose it is a source. Okay, then this part which modulates input power, means what? It converts input power from AC to DC. Therefore it is a power modulator. Okay, so I will draw here power modulator. Okay, source is feeding the power modulator. Again, power modulator's output power is given to DC motor. Okay, means what? Here is the motor. Power modulator is feeding a motor, and this motor is connected again to load. Okay, motor is again connected to load, and some sensing unit. Okay, sensing unit is used to sense the electrical or mechanical quantities of the motor. Okay, electrical quantities means what? Current, voltage. Or mechanical quantities means what? The speed or torque or position of the motor, rotor of the motor. Okay, and again this output of this sensing unit is given to a control unit, and this control unit will drive the power modulator. Okay, means what? Both these diagram are equivalent. Okay, any such a drive you can represent with this basic block diagram. Okay, okay, now we'll move to the next slide. Okay, are you getting my voice? Aishwarya Salunke?
Yes, sir.
Okay, are you getting what I am telling? Okay. Okay. The next slide is about the information of various components of above block diagram. Okay. First main component is the power modulator. Okay. Power modulator, what it does, it regulates output power of the source. Okay. The input is connected to power modulator and it generates a required output power which is given to motor. Okay. Maybe it is a AC motor or DC motor. Okay. If the DC motor is there, you have to use a rectifier to convert AC into DC, or if the source is DC, then you have to use chopper from constant DC to variable DC, okay, which is given to a motor. Okay, you know that in case of armature voltage control, you have to change the voltage given to the armature. Okay, means what? The variable voltage is needed to get variable speed. Okay, the power modulator does the same function. Okay. It controls power from source to the motor in such a manner that motor transmits speed torque characteristic required by the load. Okay, whatever by the speed torque characteristic which is required by the load have to given by the motor, and power modulator helps the motor to do so. Okay, means what? For example, at a particular time, if you take the example of lift. Okay, suppose the lift is at ground floor. Okay, and uh, I want to go to the second floor, then uh, I just give the command. Okay, I press the number 2 on this on the panel. Okay, when I press that button, means what? The command is given to the whatever with the control algorithm or control unit installed over there. Okay, and that control unit will operate, okay, switches which are connected to the motor, and motor will start to rotate and the lift will goes up. Okay, means what? To get a required operation, okay, you have to control the motor through the power modulator if you want whatever with the type of supply load requires. Okay, म्हणजे तुम्हाला जे रिक्वायर्ड सप्लाय लोडला द्यायचा आहे, ओके, तो जर मिळवायचा असेल तर आपल्याला त्या ठिकाणी पॉवर मॉड्युलेटर, रेक्टिफायर किंवा इन्व्हर्टर त्या ठिकाणी इन्स्टॉल करावंच लागेल. डायरेक्ट सप्लाय जर दिला तर हे पॉसिबल नाही आहे. ओके, मॅन्युअली काय तिथे रेजिस्टर आहे ते चेंज करू शकत नाही आहे. ओके, during the transient operation like starting, braking and speed reversing, the excessive current drawn from the source, okay, this excessive current drawn from the source may overload it or may cause a voltage drop. Okay, I am just reading whatever written here. Hence the power modulator restricts the source and the motor. Okay, you know the use of starter. Okay, use of starter in DC machines. Okay, maybe 3-point starter or 4-point starter. What is the purpose of using starter? Can anyone from you tell that? Okay, I will ask Akanksha Pawarkar. Unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is the use of starters? Okay, in DC, why use starters? Usha?
To control
बोला.
current
Current, which current?
flowing through this.
Flowing through motor. Then why we use resistors? If the starter is doing that work, then why we are using resistors again? Okay, Saurabh Patil, are you there? Unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Okay, why you use starters?
To control the starting high current.
Okay, starting current or starting inrush current. Okay, means what? If you take any motor, okay, just not a DC motor, any motor, when we want to run that motor from 0 speed, okay, at initial point the speed of the motor is 0, okay, and it has inertia, it has a weight, okay, you have to rotate the machine, okay, by overcoming that weight, okay, means what? The starting force which is required to rotate the machine is very high, okay. Unmute, everyone unmute yourself, everyone. Okay, when I ask question, in that case only in that case only unmute yourself. Now everyone mute yourself. Means what? Starting current is high because high starting torque or force is required to rotate the machine from 0 speed, okay. So to restrict that current below allowable value, okay, you have to use a 3-point starter or 4-point starter, okay. Means what? You have to use an extra device, okay. But if we use power modulators, okay, power modulators constitutes switches, okay. Means what? If the value of current is increasing and goes beyond the allowable limit, then you are just switch off the particular power electronic switch, okay. And when the current is again coming below the limit, then again we will turn off that switch by just getting pulses, okay. Means what? To limit the current below allowable value, that work is done by control unit, okay. Control units controls when the switch is going to on or when switch is going to off, okay. When current increases, the switch will be automatically off, okay. Means what? The work of 3-point starter is embedded in the control algorithm which is deployed in, okay, which is deployed in control unit, okay. Next, the power modulator converts energy according to the requirement of the motor, okay, which we have discussed earlier. If the source is DC and the induction motor is used, then power modulator convert DC into AC. Means what? You must use an inverter, okay. It also selects mode of operation of the motor, that is motoring or braking, okay. There are 4 modes, okay. First is forward motoring, second is the forward braking, third is the reverse motoring, and fourth is the reverse braking, okay. Means what? If you are rotating the machine in clockwise direction, then it is a forward motoring and forward braking, and if you are reversing the rotation, okay, means what? If you are running it is an anti-clockwise direction, then it becomes reverse motoring and reverse braking, okay. Okay, means what? If you want to operate a particular machine in particular quadrant, okay, then power modulator does that work. For example, in case of power electronics, you have seen how a particular thyristor rectifier can be worked as an inverter, okay. Same rectifier जो आहे तो inverter म्हणून work होऊ शकतो, okay. I will ask some from you. Okay, Sneha Shetke, are you there or no? काय माहिती की नाही?
नाही माहित.
नाही माहित. Okay. I will suggest to read the book P.S. Bhimrao, okay, for power electronics. You have to use, okay. I think maybe in next lecture or next to next lecture we will review that book. Okay, so your old memories will be refreshed again. Okay, so for a particular converter to be worked as, or rectifier to be worked as an inverter, the firing angle alpha, okay, must be greater than 90 degree. Okay, must be greater than 90 degree. And again, the thyristors are unidirectional switches, means what? You cannot reverse the current. Okay, so to get a inverter operation, you have to reverse the voltage. Okay, means what? The average value of output DC voltage must be negative. Okay, means what? Two conditions you have to satisfy. First is the alpha must be greater than 90 degree, and second is the output DC voltage average value must be a negative. Okay, then and then only you will get inversion operation. Okay, okay, and that inversion operation is required when a regenerative braking is employed. Okay, means what? Whatever be the energy generated by the motor, okay, which must be fed back to the source. It also selects mode of operation. Okay, I discussed it right now. Okay, next unit is the control unit. Okay, control unit controls the power modulator, which operates small voltage and power levels. Obviously, control unit is a electronic device. Means what? It is operated with 5 volt or 12 volt DC. Okay, but it controls the operation of the power modulator. Okay, which in turn control a motor. The control unit also operates the power modulator as desired. It also generates commands for the protection of power modulator and motor. Okay, it just not operates the power modulator, but it also protects that. Okay, for example, against overcurrent, if there is an overcurrent problem or short circuit problem, the switch will be turned off. Okay, the switch will be turned off automatically. Okay, if there is a block or a algorithm known as current limit control is employed. Okay, that block does not allow the value of current to go beyond a allowable value. Okay, an input command signal which adjusts operating point of the drive from an input to the control unit. Means what? A command, okay, which must be given by us. Okay, means what? The machine, whether it has to be run with the 1000 rpm or 2000 rpm, okay, or it has to be, if we require the motor will be rotated in backward direction. Okay, such commands we have to given. Okay, or computer has to be generate. Okay, and those commands are given to the control unit, and control unit operates the power modulator as per the input command given. Okay, the next part is the sensing unit. Okay, the if you want a closed loop or feedback control, you have to employ a sensors. Okay, means what? To check whether the value of the motor current is below the allowable current. Okay, then we have to use a current sensor to check what if the motor is running with a particular speed. Okay, then we have to we have to use a speed sensor. Okay, to get a particular speed, we have to change the input voltage given to the motor. Okay, for example, in case of armature voltage control, means what? We have to check whatever will the voltage given to the DC motor. Okay, means what? We will require a voltage sensor. Okay, in some cases you call it as CT/PT. Okay, it mainly required either for protection or for closed loop operation. Okay, for closed loop operation, as well as whether to check whether the value of current is beyond is below the allowable limit. Means what? It is a protection purpose. Okay, means what? Control unit, if control unit has to work in closed loop manner or has to protect the switches, you must require sensing units. Okay, in next lecture we will see what are the advantages of electric